What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Flat is Fast Stage 5B, the fifth and final of the series for the month of January. If you've been keeping up with this series, you'll know that I've been racing the entire series with the Cat B guys, and I cannot keep up with them if my life depended on it. Not once in this whole series have I been able to finish with the group, the front group, A group. I've rolled across the line by myself, each one. Yeah, that's been real humbling. So if you have not watched 5A, go back and do that. It was a doozy of a sprint. This is the flat loop in Watopia. And if you notice, maybe this guy in the Wahoo Cold jersey, not on the Tron bike, but on that total doofus bike or whatever it is, that is Erik Lee of Don't Get Dropped Cycling, the bus driver as it is. And spoiler alert, as you saw in the thumbnail, he lets me drive the bus. Kind of teaches me a little bit. So we're just chilling right now, and I mean, we're all pretty gassed. That's me literally waving to him. Took a picture of the screen, actually, because, you know, he's like a YouTube hero to me. So I had to snap a pic with the hero. But anyways, we're keeping things under wraps for the most part right now, mainly because, if I had to guess, we're all gassed from stage 5A, just, 10, 15 minutes prior. I'm telling you, man, like my legs were just toast after that one. An all-out sprint, and now we gotta, do it again. So this route's not but 7 miles or so, and I'm, chilling. I'm just trying to conserve. Again, I'm trying to keep the watts, keep the cadence, keep the heart rate all under wraps, just keep everything under control, because I know at points this is going to just take off, and usually it happens when I'm least expecting it, or it's a slight little riser and I get dropped on it. So also on the right hand on the standings, for those of you new to Zwift, you see those little white chat boxes pop up. That's people talking in the group. And then the orange ones, which you'll see here shortly, is a direct message. And Erik Lee, out of the kindness of his heart, is reaching out to me directly, and he's coaching me. He's giving me some beta, being a total bro on this ride. And again, you'll see it here in a second. He's like, "Hey, watch out!" There it is. He's like, "Oh, hey, we got a riser coming up. Like, really keep the pressure on this upcoming riser coming out of the ocean." It's like, "Oh, okay, like sweet." So I take a sip of water. I know it's coming up. And he's just chatting to me every couple of minutes or so, which was a tremendous help. So look at this. Look at my position. I'm in the group. This is the best draft I've had probably ever. In some previous rides, I tried to really finesse it and hang off the back to get a more optimal draft, quote unquote. Verdict is out if that is more optimal or not, but I don't know. So I'm playing it safe. I'm staying in with the group. So when there is a surge or an attack, or the whole group just steps on it, unbeknownst to me, I'm ready for it. I see Erik go up, and I was like, "Oh, this is what he's talking about." So I put a little more power down. Tried to be in the front 25% of the group, like I am now, and there's only 30 of us. Not even 29. So very small field. This was done a little after 9 p.m. Probably closer to 9:30 p.m. at this point for stage B. So definitely a late one for me. Pretty average for Erik. He's a night owl racing all the time. But yeah, so I survived the first riser, and I mean the heart rate 177. That's pretty good. I mean, I understand this is a Cat B race, so I'm gonna be hurting. I'm gonna be huffing and puffing, but I'm feeling good. Erik messages me again. He says, "Hey, keep the power down on this gravel portion up until the tarmac." Okay. Aye, Captain. I'm going to do what you say. So look at this, man. We're up front. We are driving the bus together. The bus driver is teaching me how to drive. Took it for a little spin here. We are just two or three of us kind of off the front. It was short-lived, perhaps, but that was a special moment. So that was awesome. Erik, again, I just want to thank you so much, dude. That was a huge help in me surviving a Cat B race. Would have loved to have you here the whole series, but I'll take where I can get it. So thank you, Erik. Go check out his channel. He does literally every event there is on Zwift and makes videos of it. So Yeah, we're just pedaling away. I mean, we're making pretty good time. Again, I'm thinking everyone's pretty tired from stage 5A. But that's what's tough to gauge because it was so short and so fast. Like everyone still has some in the tank, but it's like how good is everybody's sprint right now? So if you notice in the first half, I was only really doing zone 2 kind of stuff. Hit the power coming out of the ocean. And then we have another riser right here that he's telling me about, or soon after the S's, I should say. But yeah, the power is definitely increased at this point. The heart rate has definitely increased at this point as well, and I'm in survival mode. I'm just doing what I can to stay in it. I'm feeling pretty good overall. Again, I'm just very alert. I mean, he's giving me pointers. He's telling me what's coming and how to react to it. So tremendous help. Again, Eric, thank you so much for that. So you know, when it's a group of 29, you can't really drop back and try to draft because if, and more realistically, when that surge happens, there's not many guys behind you to catch back onto. There's going to be so few wheels and options you'll have to hop back on. It's vitally important for guys like me who are kind of, you know, bottom feeders of category B, still pretty new to the category, to be in with the group and to be up towards the front. So when it starts pushing up to 5% like this is when he's telling me, hey, put the power down. This is it. So aye, Captain, I'll put the power down and go for it. So when everyone catches up, look, I'm kind of mid-pack right now. It's slightly spaced out. But now that we're going down the hill, I'm in with the group. I even take the power like way down, get a slight rest for a second. It's like, okay, like, dude, this is money right now. Not only that, we're almost done. Just a couple more miles, and I'm like seeing the end goal right here. I'm like, okay, almost done with this thing, about 2/3 or so. I mean, 10 minutes. That seems like no time at all. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm hurting. I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to be done. I'm feeling like all the emotions physically and mentally right here. But the end is in sight. So I just got to hold on to everybody's wheel. And I'm just trying to stay in. I'm watching guys go off the front. And I always know people get a little squirrely. I know this portion real well. I know this is kind of the last kicker. And then it's the S's or, you know, whatever. I don't know the name of these segments and little portions. But again, he messages me and it's like, all right, well, time to put a dig in. Zoom towards the front. There's something special about being on the front when it goes up. It's like naturally you're like, oh, don't be in the wind like that. But something about going up the hill at the front where you're just like faster. And in my experience, I've literally always been at the back of the pack going up the hill, and then I inevitably get dropped. No matter how steep, no matter how long, whatever the riser is, I end up even further off the back and getting dropped. Again, maybe you saw stage 5A video. Go back and check that one out. So I knew this part was gonna hurt right here. These rollers, they're punchy for sure, and there's several of them. But you know, this is one thing I learned in Crit City all last year when all I ever did was race Crit City. I would obviously pedal hard on the uphill portion, but I would pedal real hard as soon as it hit like the bottom going up into it. I would try to carry a little momentum. There's a little delay with, you know, my avatar getting out of the saddle. But look, I mean, I kind of surge up to the front. I don't love to yo-yo, but it just happens, unfortunately. So survive that. I'm still in with the group. I'm in good standings. And it's, you know, less than a mile here. And it's not a Zwift race unless some stupidity strikes me. I swear this doesn't happen to anyone else except for me. I know it's coming down to the final sprint right here. I click my my shifter to shift a gear to step on it, and it doesn't shift. My Di2 has gone kaput, dude. I use the aero boost. My RPMs get way up there. And I'm like putting out no power per RPM. So, Yeah, you see it. I finished with category B, dude. I finished with the whole group. I did not get dropped. You're obviously seeing things. I finished my first ever category B race. I was driving the bus with Eric Lee. Dude, that was awesome. That was the best way I could have ever dreamed of finishing this race series. You guys, oh, I'm so happy right now. That was awesome. That was so fun. I was feeling so good, I even did Tour de Zwift right after it. So stay tuned for that video coming out tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.